Good day. This is Methodist Dave here, professional theologian and Bible teacher with our daily devotional for Monday, June 29th. We have one more day left in the month. We will be closing the end of Book of Proverbs at chapter 30 and going back on Wednesday to chapter 1 of the Book of Proverbs. Today I have verse 7 for you, chapter 29. The righteous person cares for the legal rights of the poor. The wicked person does not understand such knowledge. In the day in this was written, it was not a culture that had established human rights, that there were no established safety nets, there was no court system as we know it. There would be judges, basically the most powerful person in a village or the group of elders in a village would hear a case and a dispute between two people, and they would listen and then they would rule one way or the other. And oftentimes, then as now, if you had means, you could be generous to the council of leaders and maybe loan them money or give them things, and they would rule favorably in your decision. But if you were poor, you'd have no advocate. So you lost even before you came to court. People with power love to take advantage of people who have no power. You wonder why so many people are fighting so hard to maintain the presence of illegal immigrants in this country. The real reason why they do that, why they advocate it, why they don't want the illegal immigrants evicted from this country is so they can underpay them, take advantage of them, overwork them. Because how are they going to complain? They're not here legally. They're not documented. So if they fight, they would be exposed in court. So the whole purpose of this movement to keep the illegals here in this country are so that they could rip them off and take advantage of them. You see, it's what they've always done. It's keeping them in subjection. By keeping their status in doubt, they can take advantage of them. We need to treat all people justly. And that means that respecting the rights of those who have limited, but not giving them more rights than the rest of us. That they shouldn't receive special treatments, preferential treatment. People who are struggling to get by and going for aid. Once upon a time, I was very poor and I had no work, no income, and I had a wife and children, and I had no way to get money to feed them. So I applied for state aid. I applied for food stamps and the like. And because we were a couple, and because I made $50 more a year than the base limit allowed, that's $50 a year, $10 a month, just like $2 a week more. I made $2 a week too much over the period of time that I was working. I qualified for nothing. Absolutely nothing. If I'd have spent the entire year doing nothing and maybe working under the table, I could have gotten all these other benefits, health care, food stamps, support, just by doing nothing. But I just needed a little bit of help, and I got nothing. So I don't think that it's right that we have a system where if you're on the margins that you don't get any help whatsoever. And I think people who have been on for a long time, they're just gaming the system. People who are generationally grow up on welfare. They're on welfare. Their parents were on welfare. Their grandparents were on welfare. The time comes that you need to go and do something. Now, when I was denied, I did whatever I could to make money. And what it basically boiled down to was that I stood outdoors at flea markets and things like that, selling bottles of shampoo and combs and socks and things like that. to earn enough money to buy milk for my kids. I did it. I worked through it, and others can too. But you can see we give the proper protection to those on the margins, but we don't give them more rights than others. It needs to be fair and balanced. If you've got a question about this or any other subject, drop me an email, methodistdave@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your question. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. And until tomorrow, please be good to one another.